lateral movement before going deep. Away from the offside. Very, very beautiful movement. Unfortunately, the finishing did not equate the movement.
Well, he's somebody who brings a lot of mobility up front for this Nigerian side. His physical presence, very strong, very mobile. His finishing is excellent. That's his movement, I think, and he's often so critical.
Well, from this movement he just made, it kind of like tells you where he's playing. These are kind of moments you see a lot from the Spanish players.
Right,
He plays his football in Sevilla, he can never use it.
Indeed.
So that's, you can see that the moment he gave was, first of all, lateral. The fact that he goes lateral makes it difficult for the defender to take him out. And when the ball comes in, it's safe to put him on offside. And that's what he just showed you. So kids watching.
The Brains Trust meeting for Nigeria as well. With Masi, men among those, Shimia Jais and then Didi, all having a little chat just off to the side of this area. Our attention focused on the goalkeeper Forbo, who's receiving a little medical attention after perhaps catching the ball in the face. And Zakor Adams looked to finish. 10 minutes gone, no goals as yet, but Nigeria have the corner here. Chukwueze. Header off the woodwork. Agonisingly close, the taller man forward, and Nigeria with a crisp delivery from Chukwueze are inches away from taking the lead in this tie. As Bassi came running onto it with some power behind it as well.
Yeah, very good movement for Bassi. Been taken up, and the way he's able to stay. It's not Bassi.
It was Bassi from our angle, from our vantage point, but it's Zakor Adams who's got the final touch on there. Forward, looks for the long ball downfield, and indeed it nods back towards Tanzanian territory. Picked up though by Tanzanian defence. Miroshi looks to bring it near side. Confirmation that it remains goalless. Salarabia unable to reel that in. They're missing one of their playmakers today, unavailable. Is Faisal Saloum. Faitoto, a nickname he often plays under. Somebody who's over the domestic scene in Tanzania, and many have expected him to make the move beyond Tanzanian borders, such as his creativity. Unavailable today. He'll push through, and this time defence required. Mounieto.
Bonsoir Bala, nous sommes de retour encore.
The chance, Kapombe, some work out wide as well for Tanzania. Nigeria have Simeon Central, 2 players looking to get on the end of that. Abdullah, I think, got the touch on it before it rolled out of play. Throw it to Nigeria, run near the corner flag. Sorry. Quick little 1-2 with his captain. Back to Ajay. Not Bassi now.
What? Alicia, are you afraid?
Two of these players playing the Premier
Are you
League
afraid
with
of Tanzania?
Nigeria brought very strong and pedigreed side. Chukwueze, Iwobi.
Let's go, guys. Let's share, okay? Let's share the live stream. Like, comment, and share the live stream, please.
It's pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious what the Tanzanians are playing, what they're doing, and so far they are doing it well.
Kapombe flying up on their far side flank. He's got 2 men to aim at. Maybe just offside, but a lovely acrobatic attempt to finish that Mamadi gathers up cleanly. A little bit of a run from Suva to an attacking area. He's a decidedly dangerous finisher.
The Super Eagles have to attack, but at the same time they have to be very careful and make sure that they don't allow the opposition to go on the counter.
Ball just in behind Shemi Ajayi. You don't want your defenders looking back at their goal. There's a lovely ball in behind the Nigerian defensive line. Saidu Sanusi spent his entire career playing in Portugal. First with Santa Clara, now with Porto, where he's been for the longest time. Continues to create havoc against Benfica. Did so when he was at Santa Clara, did so when he was at Porto. Loves El Clásico. He scored in El Clásico as well. It will be long ball, just a little too heavy and kind for Zuberi Foba. Covers that. Kapombe's outlet. In midfield, Miroshi is dropped back deep. A little bit of speed building up for Tanzania down that far side flank again. This is an opportunity. Play. Tanzanian throw. Massi with a little bit of cover defence. Alarabi a little more central now. Usually plays in a wider position. Chukwueze picks up the loose ball, and here's a chance for Lukman. Osimhen looking to time his run as he's straight into an offside position. Maybe the chance to shoot. Fires powerfully and wide, and then eventually the offside flag is raised.
That was pretty.
We are already 360 now, so
counter and quick play. Very few touches going
we have to reach 1,000 on this live stream, please. That is what we need. 1,000 of people on this live stream.
And his first touch got the ball.
We need it. Let's go, guys. On y va. Tapoter. Qu'est-ce que je dis? C'est pas Facebook, c'est pas YouTube, c'est TikTok.
Culprit free kick going the way.
On est sur un truc sérieux.
Tanzania. The man who celebrates his 33rd birthday today, captain of Tanzania, Wana Samata.
Ça fait plaisir, merci pour les images. Voilà, merci beaucoup à vous, merci d'être là. Merci de toujours revenir suivre le match. Tanzania all the way. Mettez vos drapeaux. Put your flags on the comment sections, please. Okay, put your country's flag on the comment sections. Let me see how many of you guys are there from Nigeria and how many are there from Tanzania, and maybe those are from.
I think he'll be the one player who's going to be expected to be starved of supply today. Video analysts these days coming
Nigeria, no.
into the game. So
Tanzania also, you can just put your flag in the comment sections.
Delivery in on the edge of the again. It's a slightly heavy first touch.
Nigeria 1. Kayode Bawi. Chouakba.
Yeah.
Chumba do match.
Used the transition ball a couple of times. It's been crisp from Nigeria. On a couple of occasions, though, they've slowed the momentum down. Failed to catch Tanzania on the counter. Didi. Nearly a little captain on captain action as Samantha charged him down. Chukwueze wanted it, but it's gone the way of Lukman. They're out here into a little pocket of space, coming across Calvin Bassi. He picked up on it, again looking for flick on to somebody running from deep. Mwamba was expecting the ball to come out his way. On the near side, maybe that option not seen.
This is football, not tennis.
And that's a little too strong in behind Samata to correct his run and claim possession.
It's pretty clear what the Tanzanians are formatted to do. We go compact, and when we get the ball back, we try to transition so quick as possible forwards. But they're doing it very well because the transitions, they just play one or two balls lateral, and then the next one is vertical. And that's what's making them push up forward easily against Nigeria at the moment.
He will be finding Lukman. Makor Adams. The ball snatched away. Battling in midfield is Demola Lukman.
C'est bien, Tanzanie.
On the near side flank. It's forcing right a few steps back, like we'll say. Chukwueze loses possession, now a little run straight through the centre. Miroshi looking to create a little magic. Samantha picks up on possession.
The match is too sleepy. What is this?
Hussein is the one he chooses, the left back, standing close.
C'est quoi ça? La Tanzanie propose encore mieux que le Nigeria, tu vois?
In as much as
le match est trop calme.
Formation, the Tanzanians, by ball possession, they're able to find themselves in triangles.
Yeah, they're moving very well.
It's possible for them to really be able to play.
Tanzania are moving very well. That is what enable them to play very well. Chukwueze.
Tanzania, Kapombe. charging through to deny passage. Chukwueze.
Let's go, guys. Put your flags, okay? Put your flags on the comment sections, okay? I would like to know how. Oh no! Yeah.
Made his name at Villarreal.
Okay.
What a yellow submarine of a TV. He played it. So as we come up towards the 20th minute, I can tell you that there's a gentle rain that is starting to fall on the pitch now, and with it might bring some damp conditions that might prove testing for goalkeepers. So maybe a few long-range efforts on the cards. Bounce the ball in front of a goalkeeper. They do not like the ball bouncing in front of them in wet conditions, I can tell you. Nigeria 0, Tanzania 0.
Score 0-0 toujours.
Through 20 minutes of this Group C
Entre
tie.
le Nigeria et la Tanzanie.
Well and truly alive. As both these sides begin their AFCON campaign here and now. Uncle Adams onside, looks to pull it back. The same with the defence.
Very mobile, like left, right, he's moving up onto the face of the attack line.
20 minutes already.
Delivering into a danger
And the score is still
area,
0-0.
just over the head of Victor Osimhen. Free kick awarded though to Tanzania as the rain starts to come down a little heavier now. Just a little push in the back perhaps of Bakari Mwamyeto.
Hello, Tembo. How are you?
Very beautiful pull out.
Put your country flags. Put your flags, please, in the comment section. Let us know how many people are there from Nigeria and how many are there from Tanzania. You know, we have two English countries, so that's why we are speaking English now. Okay? Yeah. Hello, Nasri. How are you doing? Who are you? Hi.
23-year-old goalkeeper who
Where are you watching from?
is man between the sticks for Tanzania today.
Je sais pas le goût ici là. De la caméra.
Brings some continental experience and CAF Confederation Cup into this tournament. Chukwueze again. Looks for a teammate. Osimhen can't find a finish from a ball that shot out in his direction. Zaidu Sanusi nods forward. He will be. Quick movement. 4 players wait inside the area for Nigeria. That's too strong. And skimming off the damp surface now. Sees the ball out of play and harmlessly rolls away for a Nigerian throw.
Those are the kind of pull-outs that we should avoid at the moment because of the nature of the pitch at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, we often talk about the rain, and sometimes you can actively see how it's disrupting a match. But when you're playing at this level with some of the finest footballers of the continent around you and against you, I mean, how challenging are the conditions when it starts to rain like this?
It shouldn't be challenging because the way you play, you have to change it. If it's raining, if the pitch is wet or it's dry, it kind of like...
Going over was Lukman, but referee well positioned to make the call, says nothing in it. Tanzania show a little speed. Looking for a way through, eventually work the ball back towards their goalkeeper. Former steers it high, but not overly far. Hussein gets a touch and Ararakia brings it out of control. Hussein, one of the longest servants of Tanzanian football, up to another particularly long-serving individual in Samata. Kapombe, Suva, Samata, and Hussein. Players who've been around for the longest time for Tanzania. 3 of them approaching 100 international appearances.
Yeah, 6 now. 606. Can go to 1,000 again.
Works the ball out wide.
Let's reach 1,000 of people on this live stream. Let's go, guys. You can do it. I know you guys are very kind. You guys like football match. So people, okay, share the live stream, like the match.
Space potentially opening
and
up
subscribe
to just try to drop that ball onto the boot of Alphonse Mabula, the bright young talent based in Nigéria.
As at the moment, I'm very impressed with the Tanzanians. without the ball. Especially at this point, it's working out so well for them now.
To the near side. Chukwueze is deep. Back to Shemi Ajayi.
Hello from
What do
Kenya.
Nigeria need
How are
beyond
you
just
doing
3
there?
points from this opening fixture?
You have to make a statement. You have to make a very big statement. And making that statement is not enough to just win this game. You have to win it convincingly.
Delivery over the top, Osimhen battling, he's been tugged on, and that'll be a free kick for Nigeria. Osimhen protesting vehemently, and indeed confronting his opponent. I think it was with the initial challenge. Now referee Dan Vega with a little bit of work to do to manage the situation.
Well, I think it's kind of understandable that Osimhen, he's had to deal with so much injuries lately, so he wouldn't be pleased to want to taste anything from as regards injuries. So I can understand the bit, his attitude, but then again, he shouldn't exaggerate. He doesn't need to pick up the yellow card either. So the referee's blown, and it's not a foul that is. I don't think it's a yellow card. That deserves a yellow card.
I think one of the annoyances there for Osimhen was Abdullah had his hand across the face mask of Osimhen for just a moment.
That didn't look intentional to me. It looks as if he was just trying to make a foul, but not as if he was going for the mask.
So set piece is where things will resume. Nigeria stand over this. They're around 10 yards outside of the 18-yard area, just to the right of their flank, as they look to fire one towards Forward's goal.
Set pieces are very important when you're playing
Yeah,
a team with the fact
I'm from Benin.
So Nigeria has to make very good use of this.
Okay, so we are showing the match from Benin.
Against the back defense, when
Benin
you
Republic,
set pieces,
of course.
you have to use it to break the deadlock.
Demola Lookman, man who's growing in stature, both for his Italian club side Atalanta and indeed for Nigeria after establishing himself as an England youth international and winning the Under-17 World Cup and Under-20 World Cup in 2017. Here he goes, and goes wide, but it takes a little deflection on its way through. So corner kick it is, and Nigeria have another set piece coming up towards half hour now. And the longer this goes without either side scoring a goal, the greater the belief will become for Tanzania. Nigeria recognise that and looking to push from set pieces. Corner to come, and up to the corner flag goes someone Chukwueze. He was phenomenal in creating goals for Villarreal in that Europa League winning season. Was it 4 or 5 seasons ago now?
Yeah, that was in fact, that was where he made his mark. But I must say that this season with Fulham, he's been pulling really his weight, and that's why he's starting out today also. And I think that such players are very useful for Nigeria.
Well, jostling for position is one thing, but sometimes there's a little more than some simple jostling going on.
Where are you guys watching from?
Hiroshi among those at the very centre of the
Put
situation.
your country's flag
as well.
in the comment section.
Jersey turns 26 next week.
Subscribe to this channel, please.
Abdullah is among those being spoken to. The other, Victor Osimhen.
Well, I think arguing with the Tanzanians is great for the Tanzanians at this point.
This is where tournaments are shaped. Delivery in, former calls, and he's fouled, and call goes the free kick to Tanzania.
When a team is trying to frustrate you and they're playing the negative game that the Tanzanians are doing. I wouldn't even call it negative. I think they're just doing compact, but well done. Because by more possession, you shouldn't go up. So having to go into such discussions and arguments with them, oh, that was a clear foul. That was a clear foul, but that's it. But these are things that Nigeria has to avoid.
Long ball, played in over the top and behind the Nigerian defensive line, but there's no concern for any of the Super Eagles players. It's been a period of domination for Nigeria, 6 shots to 2. They've overwhelmed with territory possession, the passing game.
Yeah, but let's not be fooled by the statistics, because the physiognomy of this game is intentionally created by the Tanzanians, who are playing deep and giving the play to Nigerians anyway.
Apparatus gets away from 2 before being felled. Play on is the call. Looks for an opportunity to put that ball into Mombwa. For Adams, down after this, gliding past 2, caught by Hussein.
That's actually foul, but he took the ball, so I think we should give credit to the referee. But that notwithstanding, I call it the most active striker in the Nigerian front line.
Yes, he's got off to a rollicking start in his international career. Scored on debut against Lesotho just a couple of months ago. Scored again in the semi-finals of the World Cup playoffs against Gabon. He's constantly looking dangerous. He looks to be involved in the game. But again, it comes back to that movement of his. It allows him to look like he's part of the game and ready to pounce as required.
Exactly. Technically, he's very good.
Nobody. Turns out still for Chippa United in South Africa. He had success in Nigeria before he left for South African shores. As it will be. Oh, that's lovely. In between the defence, round the keeper, Osimhen. Taking a little too wide. Cuts it back. Well, the only player there is a man who shot 40 yards across the pitch to try to deny Nigeria a chance. Mombwa with some excellent vision has plucked possession for Tanzania. Alakia.
That was a lovely play from Iwobi. But I think his first touch kind of like hit him in there. But this was a real opportunity for Nigeria to strike that goal.
This has been a tournament in which not too many goals have been scored in the opening half. We saw Morocco, Comoros both find their goals, and both goals from Morocco in the second half. Yoko and Dakar scored in the second half, and the Mali-Zambia 1-1 draw. Some late goals as well. Foster's winner for South Africa against Angola. Salah's 90th minute winner for Egypt after Mamouche had equalised in the second half against Zimbabwe. There's Chukwueze. Another dazzling run down the flank. No finish though ultimately. Dini will recover this as Hussein clears. He will be. His movement, his work rate has been exceptional, as it so often is for the national team. He will be among those players approaching 100 international appearances, earning his 92nd cap here and now.
And he's done all that in 10 years. Started way back in 2015.
Jay. The top, Adams making the run up there with a little touch, it falls to Osimhen. Looks out wide. Maybe a cutback option there. A few of his teammates turn and look away, including Lukman.
What could help Nigeria a bit is that in possession, when we go on the attack, it's good to have movements around the man with the ball. So if he can shoot, he can find somebody.
Nobody. Mentioning he was a league winner with Nyimba years gone by. He was also with Wiki Tourists and Lobby Stars. Tanzania United as well, I think, for a little bit. He's established on the third base in what is now Nigéria in South Africa, formerly Port Elizabeth, where Chippa United share a home base. So he's been with now for over 3 years. Samantha looking to make a little bit of a break. Silva with a run diagonally. Then Bassi follows and Carmen comes away with possession. Michael Adams. Osimhen into space, touches on, drives past the keeper and surely denied with a clearance off the line.
Osimhen
Defensive effort that denies Nigeria the lead, courtesy of Bakari Magneto.
Great strike, but Osimhen should have tried as much as possible to put that ball in the air, not on the ground. Into the goalkeeper this, the next ball should be up, forwards. That will have been more difficult for the defender to defend it.
Well, there's quality defending from Magneto, younger man, to deny Osimhen, who rounded the keeper for the second time in the game, but got off an accurate shot for the first time. Chukwueze, Yeziwobi, Nigeria still pushing. High presence, the header is there, and the goal is good. Nigeria can celebrate. The Super Eagles have lifted off, and it's Shemi Ajayi who scores only his second international goal.
Le but d'Ajayi
This was exactly what we were saying earlier, where against
pour le Nigeria, ça fait 1-0.
this have to be used to the maximum, and that's what Nigeria has just done now.
Cadrage, oui, super.
I think this was coming. This was coming
Yeah,
because
well.
of the fact that lying so deep by the Tanzanians, beautiful pull out. Very good.
The boys have scored, eh? They have scored the first goal
That's lovely lofted in by Iwobi.
ahead of Ajayi. Ajayi has scored the first goal. Omo Yoruba.
Defensive efforts becomes critical up front as he scores the opener for Nigeria.
And he attacked the ball. Very, very important. Came from behind, went towards the ball and attacked it.
Michael Adams celebrating with Shemi Ajayi. He might have had a jovial word about that's how it's done. Over the top on Anake now for Tanzania. Looks to bustle his way past Ndidi. Now it's right. We'll say Samuel, a little bit of respite as Shemi Ajayi comes across as cover. We'll say Miroshi. This is dangerous passing when you get Michael Adams in a position like that, getting his speed and mobility that we've discussed. What is Samantha just out of picture is showing a lot of frustration at the moment. He's been starved completely of supply. When Tanzania has the ball, he's not been the immediate outlet for them. I think he wants a little more of the ball. But this is where, wearing the captain's armband, maybe he needs to take a little more responsibility as well and direct issues even when off the ball.
That is true, but also the way they are playing, the fact what they decided to play, the formation that they're very, very, very compact, that means that he's kind of like lonely up front. And now they have to decide what do they do. Do they still stay backwards?
They cannot stay back. They cannot stay back now, so they have to go. They have to go for the goal, so they have to chase now the goal. Tanzania is now obliged to come out. Okay? They are obliged to come out for the ball, to come out for the goal. So, and that may also give the way to the second goal of Nigeria. So the match will be now open. The game will be open. We need more goals. No. I'm talking about Tanzania, okay? Tanzania, they have to go for the goal. And that may give the opportunity to Nigeria to have the second goal.
It could be understood now. to be patient and now make sure the attacks are well constructed. You're leading 1-0 anyway, so for that reason, it has to be well constructed. Take your time. Exactly.
It will be. Straight down the centre, Lukman again, searching. That ball deflects almost kindly out towards Sakoradas. Doesn't get a touch on this. Is again Momieto manages to clear. Big clashes, a few physical moments of contact. The free kick awarded to Nigeria. Calvin Bassi concerningly down.
Kind of like that should be yellow card, I think. It's kind of like a retaliatory foul here that I'm seeing here.
My pronostic for this match is 2-0, 2-0.
Captains.
2 for Senegal. What can I say? 2 for Nigeria, of course. 2 for Nigeria, and
we're coming up towards half time here in Fez. The rain continues to come down
for
heavily.
Tanzania, maybe 1, but 2-0. Yeah. No, 1-1. No, I'm not sure. This is 2-0 for. You want 3? Oh my God! What is it?
It's kind of as if they didn't have a plan B.
En fait, pas bon.
Because if they had a plan B, that means they
Match there.
Tout not that. In spite of playing deep. Hopefully they're waiting maybe for the half time. Maybe then the boss will rearrange them.
Exactly. We're talking about pragmatism earlier. Certainly were. The narrative continues. Free kick Tanzania. Abdullah wants to take it himself. Hussein stays forward. Hussein, who's joined Young Africans this year after 11 seasons with Simba, where he carved out legendary status. Yeah. We'll leave this for Hussein potentially. Yes. Indeed, he walks away. Samata walks away.
Okay, for the Cup's winner. No. For this moment, I'm not sure to know. I'm not sure that I can say something. Maybe Senegal. Maybe Senegal is well placed for the Cup, but
straight down the center, the
I cannot say.
there.
What? No, not 5-0. Maybe 2-1, Maybe 2-1. Tanzania is trying something.
But blocks the shot. Well, then smothers it. One of those watching on the Confederation of African Football President, Dr. Patrice Motsepe. Another look. Ali Warby's wonderful ball in.
Lovely ball.
Une très belle passe de la part de Iwobi,
Quality finish from
concrétisée par Adjaï, qui donne l'avance au Nigeria, 1-0 en faveur de Nigeria. Algérie? Oh no, I'm not sure. Algeria cannot do something. Maybe Morocco. You can say we have yes, 2,000. You guys, you are fantastic. You guys are fantastic. You are 2,900. No, what am I saying? 2,093. 2003 on this live stream. Clap for yourself, guys. That is wonderful. Okay. Wonderful. Keep sharing, okay? Keep sharing, please. Keep sharing the live stream. So that we can be more. No, I mean, I go for Morocco or Senegal. Yeah, for the winner. Morocco or Senegal. Morocco or Senegal.
Because he ran into the man a bit.
Running through his opponent.
Nigeria is trying to play. They are trying to play football. For the moment, there's nothing Nigeria is doing better than
you want to
Tanzania.
see that
They just have the love.
emotion. But
They just got luck to score. That's it. If not, Nigeria is not playing anything.
It's more than important when because at the end
You can say it now. Just watch the match.
This is a tournament that championship we might take for granted. It's the African World Cup.
Lovely ball through Suba, looks to run onto it. Two players wait, Al-Arabi is there. So too Mabuda. One looks to finish, but he's driven it wide. And that'll be out for the goal kick.
Nigerians are getting passive defensively. They don't try to.
Can you hear that? Can you hear that? They're getting passive, you see? That's strong technique. No, I'm not sure. South Africa is not. Anyway, I'm waiting for the first match of South Africa. I'm going to stream the next game. Yeah, of course. I'm going to stream the next match. I'm going to stream it. Yeah.
One of the great cities.
So for you guys to be alert, okay? Just subscribe and activate the bell, so that for the next match you can be alert.
Operating university in the world in Nigeria.
Anyway, I'm going to be there,
Tanzania tonight.
and I hope you guys are also going to be there.
Looks from range, and that's a brilliant effort.
Oh no! Stand up, guys! Wow! Wow, goalkeeper. Nice one. Nice save.
How about the pile driver from Didi in the first place? Oh.
It's not supposed to be his midfoot. Yeah, he should have stopped the ball immediately when the ball came back. The moment you do that, there's panic here, get it. Goal is goal, it doesn't matter if it's beautiful or not.
Zenovic, what do you want from me? What do you want from me? Why do you say? Why are you talking about the past?
Successful in making contact.
No, just let me keep quiet. That's better. The halftime, I think.
Tactically, they've been very good.
Yeah, the halftime of the match.
Take the lead in this game.
The players are going to have 15 minutes for a rest, and maybe when they come back, Nigeria is going to maybe score the second goal, or maybe Tanzania is going to maybe come back on the score. Why not? Yeah. Yeah, of course. I like the football they play. I like all the players, okay, that are there. But you know, when we talk about level, we talk about like those who can win the cup. Okay, let's just wait for the first match of South Africa and see what is going to happen. Final score 1. Can you see that? 1-1. That may be true, huh? That may come true. Because Nigeria is not playing like what you're waiting for.
Nigeria are dominant statistically. I suppose the relief there is that they won the award on the scoreboard.
Yes, it's what we expected. Nigeria to dominate, Nigeria to take possession of the game. But at the same time also,
thank you guys for subscribing. Keep subscribing, okay?
Because they have intentionally let Nigerian hold control possession, and they've done it intentionally. But what I find that is interesting.
Oh my God! Where are you watching from? Where are you watching from, Mr. Alfred? Where are you watching from? We come up second half. Yeah, that is what I think too. Tanzania may come back. Tanzania, they are showing something. But Nigeria is like passive now. Nigeria is passive. Yes, I don't know what to say, but
Messages from the Nigerian fans.
from Nigeria, yeah, nice to have you guys there.
Tanzania are sore.
Nice to be serving you. I'm so glad to have you there.
Neutral fans in the venue as
I'm
well.
showing
Some Brazilian
I'm streaming
jerseys, some
from
Moroccan
Benin,
jerseys.
Benin
And
Republic.
there's always a Burkina Faso jersey in the venue wherever
Foot
you go.
Forge Actu, that is the name. Foot Forge Actu, that is the name of the channel. Foot Forge Actu. Okay, FOO.
In a country that will co-host the 2030 FIFA World Cup with Spain and Portugal. Morocco.
Don't let me block you, okay? I don't want to block people here. No, please, just don't let me block you. Okay? Don't come and talk about another live match here on this live. I don't like that.
Complex Sportif de Fez is where this Group C encounter for Total Energies Africa Cup of Nations Morocco 2025 got underway. Nigeria and Tanzania meeting in a critical encounter to begin their respective AFCON campaigns. For Nigeria, a chance to showcase their skill and ability and put down
I'm going to block Mr. Konos. I'm going to block you from your live stream. What are you doing? I'm going to block you.
Second time that these two sides
I'm going to block you now.
Having last met 45 years ago in Lagos, Nigeria got off to a really good start. Akor Adams got up high as to hit the ball onto the woodwork from a Chukwueze corner kick early, as Nigeria showed some dominance to initially win the opening corner of this tie. Couldn't quite convert. Tanzania got themselves into an attacking position on a counter, and a decent delivery by Kapombe found the very dangerous Simon Msuva, despite his athletic effort, was unable to find a finish. Standing Robari tidied up for Nigeria. But then Alex Iwobi with a delightful, inviting ball in. Shemi Ajay read it perfectly and steered it home comfortably. Nigeria took the lead just beyond the 35-minute mark in this tie. A man who's not renowned for his goal-scoring ability, has got the Super Eagles campaign off to a rollicking start. As the rain began to fall, Nigeria are looking to reign supreme. They nearly got a double, as Ndidi, with a pile driver, was denied by Former before. A tip over to deny the deflected effort from Chukwueze. So Nigeria unable to score a second in the opening half. At half-time then, Nigeria 1, Tanzania 0.
Thank you guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you guys. I'm so happy to have you guys there. We are trying to show the match. We are trying to stream the match for those who are not able to watch it in live, where they are. So please, thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you for watching the match. I'm so happy to have you there.
Sports.
Yeah. I'm from Benin.
The first Serie A goal. In by Yildiz this time. A very quick impact from Wakaman. Now he is an instant hero. What the Sports has you covered. Original films, documentaries, and the latest match highlights. It's really brilliant. If you want more, catch TV 24/7 on BM Sports. Archive matches and BM Sports and BM Sports Connect.
Comme ça, l'application est là, mais c'est bien souvent un peu comme ce qu'on a vu dans le you're welcome, guys. You're welcome, Mr. Fortune. I'll tell you how we did it the next time. Maroc et Bénin. Bien sûr, je me rappelle très bien du match Maroc-Bénin. Je sais comment le Maroc a peur du Bénin. C'est comme c'est la fédération qui les amène. La fédération va pas forcément organiser ça.
They'll gain access to your phone, to your accounts, passwords and personal emails. They can drain your bank account, steal your identity. They'll know everything about you. Everything. You get pirated football, they get you.
This is the man who you wait for. It was powerful and it was unstoppable. That matchday single down the spine, it's back. Championship title for Leeds United. Unstoppable fairy tales. Weekends feel like weekends again.
Tu vois ça là, c'est genre un groupe d'amis, eux aussi ils font la même chose quoi. Maintenant ils viennent me mettre dans mon live ici. Et genre ils envoient pour que les gens viennent sur le live. Je vais les bloquer tous.
Difficult to deal with all of us. Warnock trying to get the space. And the chance! Play stop! The second time he was there too, but that was a huge...
There is only one to be.
It looks like it could well be another special season. Just sensational! Running right. That's the only way to go these days. This is broadcast. Ready for goal fest.
Right before Brits action, you've got it. This is LFC TV. Get the latest with LFC trending. Dive into match highlights and exclusive specials that keep you up to speed. Still hungry for more? LFC TV on BN Sports Connect delivers 24/7 Brits action. From under-18 and women's matches to previews and reviews of the Premier League and Champions League games. For the true Reds, this is home. Watch LFC TV on BN Sports.
There is Cuckoo on the spin, and this is back to Saki! This is a good ball now for Orba. Still Orba! From the
thunder of Casablanca to the lights of Marrakech. The stage is set in Morocco. This is AFCON 2025. This is ours.
There's the officials gathering in the tunnel. They are making their way back up towards the pitch. The rain remains in Fez, the complex sportif, hosting Group C encounters. All of Nigeria's 3 group stage fixtures will be played here, while Tanzania will play 2 of theirs in Rabat. They meet Uganda in Rabat in 4 days' time before a meeting with Tunisia in Rabat 3 days after that, a week today. Nigeria being laid out. There's Assad. Assad meaning lion. He's an Atlas lion and he's the mascot for this tournament in North Africa, home of the Atlas lion. Uncle Adams is a lion-hearted individual who's been seeking for a 3rd international goal and only his 5th international appearance. Tanzania looking for a first ever AFCON win. But they've got work to do in the second half. Sunday Oliseh is alongside for this tie. The man who's played at the highest level for Nigeria, coached the team and achieved much more beside expectations now for the second half Sunday.
Well, I expect the Tanzanians at least to give it a little bit more offensive punch into the game. But at the same time, I expect the Nigerians also to not just, I hope the Nigerians don't just sit back, because should they just sit back, they might get caught on the counter. Because the Tanzanians have not been poor also, they've been good.
Samata gets the second half underway. Tanzania in the blue and yellow, trail by a goal to Nigeria to play in the green and black. Kapombe with a long ball down towards his captain Samata, who in the wet conditions can't quite bring it under control the way he would have liked. Throwing to Nigeria early, and Bassi leaves it for Sanusi. No changes from either one of these sides at half-time. Are you a little surprised by that, or are you happy that they are both continuing to build on their game plans at the opening half?
I think it's a little bit normal because there's not been really monumental errors from, I think it's just Nigeria just played on their best qualities.
Oh my God, this is a offside.
The offside flag is
Offside.
It won't count.
Offside.
Uncle Adams with a diagonal run, latches onto the ball, feeds it in. Osimhen with a finish of tremendous quality.
Yeah, okay.
But the flag up for offside.
Akko is a thorn on the flesh of the Tanzanians. He's mobile, he's calculating his runs. And I think for Nigeria, Osimhen has to also time his runs better.
Who's that?
Well, he does through the offside line. Now, Danbede is not going to allow play to get back underway until it has been checked. The video assistant referee will need to confirm whether or not this is offside. Within seconds of the restart, Victor Osimhen, another delightful finish. There's another player who celebrates a birthday too. For 6 days' time, he'll celebrate his 27th birthday. He's maybe looking to give himself a little bit of an early birthday present with a fine finish here. How was that touch to finish though?
But I think what we should give compliment to the movement of Akko.
Oh, absolutely.
Because he's, like we said earlier on in the first half, he's been mobile, he's been very hard working.
Well, that diagonal run was certainly telling, and his ability to cross is exceptional. Proves that with his movement, with his Selfish square ball in towards the fine finisher that is Victor Osimhen. Looking for his 32nd international goal. Only 47 appearances. Chukwueze delivering out wide. Lukman tucks in. Chukwueze now into a little pocket of space. Delightful return ball. Arakia looks to close down, and Thorler is called upon as the ball is lofted into his area. A little too close to the goalkeeper. He's allowed a comfortable catch. Kapombe straight down the centre. A little foul.
Tactical foul. Point smart. One looks smart because that broke the counter attack that was building up.
Yeah, he's got a really good passing range. James Mwamba, based in Australia. Scored against Nigeria a couple of years ago. Score against Nigeria here and now. Returning from an offside position, Alaraki is flagged. Nigeria play back underway. Bassi through the centre. Lukman couldn't bring it under control. Controlled by Miroshi in midfield for Tanzania. As I say, they can string together a clean series of passes though. That's the problem. Nigeria put enough pressure to disrupt the passing game with Tanzania that when they give it space, can flourish. Kapombe is toward the edge of that area. Samata crowded, opts not to go through, finds Alarakia. Miroshi, kick over the top, and the run on, and Mwamba has now got 3 goals in his
What did I say? What did I tell you guys? I told you Tanzania may come back on the score. What has happened now?
The chip over the top of the defensive line, and Mwamba with a telling run. The man who scored a debut has now scored again here.
C'est grave. Check it,
It's impressive. Look at the change of direction, the change of play. This goal started from the right, shifted to the left. They moved Nigeria right, left, and when the ball came back to the left, there was nobody taking the man. This is tactically executed.
Very analyst who's done his work on Tanzania. We know the pace of Mwamba is key. Mwamba has punished Nigeria. Delightful little lift over the top. Nobody going with the runner.
And what is impressive that just before they stopped this goal, you had made this is the offside.
That's interesting. Nigeria are inches away from 2-0, and Tanzania take the ball and score yesterday.
That's football.
It's football. You were saying?
What I found very interesting here is that you were just saying it before that they needed to string some passes together, talking about the Tanzanians, and they answered you right. They strung up in 4 or 5 passes together, but changing direction from left to right, and it's got the goal.
And maybe the presence of Samantha there was key, because when Samantha got into the ball, his path was immediately blocked. There were 3 defenders in front of him. What they did was create a little bit of space and maybe diverted attention from Mwamba's run.
Yeah, you said it, bro. You said it. You said it.
Oh my God!
Second goal for Nigeria.
With a fine goal that takes Nigeria back in front. Near a minute to
Lukman.
What goal!
For Tanzania. Lukman looks up and places it perfectly in the arms of the Tanzanian goal. 2 goals.
Lukman has just scored the second goal of Nigeria, and that made it 2-1. Wow.
Clinical finishing with his left foot. This is really well strong.
Well, he was the rampant goal scorer in the knockout stages for Nigeria in the last Africa Cup of Nations. His brace against Cameroon at around the 16, his goal in the win over Angola in the quarterfinals. He was the go-to player. He's got his first goal at AFCON 2025. And it's a glorious strike. With 4 defenders in front of him. Takes his place with precision. Didi. Bassi forward now toward the halfway line, but Kapote turns it to Nigerian territory. Chukwueze puts the ball by Miroshi, happy to get physical with Vatis Miroshi.
This is the beauty of the AFCON. And the fact that players refuse to go willingly to the ground. What's very good for
Well, I was going to return to the underdog story and maybe talk about how real it might be for Tanzania having scored that equaliser. But Lookman didn't give me a chance to go there. As Nigeria reclaimed the lead.
Well, that's why we love the AFCON.
The ball in. Whipped in, decent looking delivery, space for Lakia, hits it. Pushed wide, but the offside flag will go up. Suva with a final touch.
Once again,
let's go to 500 likes, please, guys. 500 likes. You can do it, okay?
It's unadmissible at this level.
We can do it. Let's go. 500 likes.
Inadmissible.
Well,
we have reached already 3,000 people on the live stream.
They're looking to showcase that.
So we can also
this
go
is actually turning out to be very
up
explosive
again.
match now, both end-to-end stuff for us.
It certainly has been. Big midfield battle and Didi with a challenge, and that'll be challenged.
Tanzanians are growing in this game. They are growing with self-belief, and the Nigerians have, if they want to win this game, they have to punch that one way or the other.
Nigeria continuing in a brilliant ways in the group stages. They've lost only one of their last 14. They're well poised to take victory here, but Tanzania looking to fight back. Alarakia gets underneath it.
He did everything right except the positioning of his head when he struck the ball. Leaning backwards, all the ball could do was go upwards.
Well, this is very much an underdog story in the sense that Nigeria have won the tournament as many times as Tanzania played in the tournament. Their world ranking is significant, the chasm between the two. Looking to get into position to finish. Forba comes but doesn't collect the corner as a result. 10 minutes gone in the second half. 2 goals, a disallowed goal.
Victor Osimhen is ever dangerous. Quick process.
There's plenty of excitement with the enthralling 10-minute period. And after lighting the CAF president, Dr. Patrice Motsepe. So, from the set piece, corner whipped in. A little too close. Samata doing the defensive duties himself. Captain back. Free kick, Tanzania. A little bit of pressure release.
Well, he had given an advantage, I think he just went back to the foul.
Eric Shell, how much of the history does he breathe? And speaking of history, some history being made tonight, potentially. Lookman with a 52nd minute goal after Mwangwa found an equaliser for Tanzania just 2 minutes earlier. And Jai found a goal in the 10 minutes leading up to half time. Changes to come for Nigeria. Well, we've got a couple of players who will be looking to make an impact in this game, making their way on shortly. Among them, Dilibashiru. Love to see Moses Simon impress his skill upon this game.
He's an outside winger.
So yellow card coming out now. What it looked like. I'm impressed.
I think the Tanzanians for Tanzanians to turn this around, they need to continue what they're doing now, which is they are now playing quicker, 1, 2, 3 touches at the most, and having movements, having bodies in front of the ball. But I think for Nigeria, if they want to win this game, they're going to have to take back total control of the ball. And at the moment, the Tanzanians are giving them a good fight for it.
So Chukwueze makes way, and Moses Simon is on. Just before the hour mark. Well, Uncle Adams is going to give way. He's a man who he cares so much about the effort he puts in, and wants so desperately to score that he looks disappointed as he leaves the pitch. Bashiro on in his place. 24-year-old now with Lazio. Chipped in with a couple of fine goals for Nigeria in his 9 previous appearances. Into double figures now of international caps for the German-born attacker.
I am curious to know if Akko is injured or if that is just a tactical change, because he's been the liveliest striker for the Nigerians so till now. I hope it's not that he's had an injury.
Certainly from a concern perspective, that will be very much the case. You want to have your best players available throughout the competition, and Uncle Adams, although he's a relatively recent arrival on the international stage for Nigeria, he's somebody whose star is rapidly rising.
That's true, but the Nigerians have not won this one yet, so they need their best players on the pitch.
So Nigeria 2, Tanzania 1. Exciting moments in the second half, about 17. It's been a match in which there have been a few momentum swings. And the second half has been punctuated by momentum shifts. An hour comes up on the stadium clock here in Fez. Nigeria lead by 1. They're edging it currently by the odd goal. Iwobi. Here's Simon. Moses Simon. Dazzling run. Simon pushing, squaring. Osimhen juggling. Lookman. And that's tipped over by Forba. Out for the corner it goes.
What's it?
That's what Simon is going to bring for you. He's an outright winger. He's got pace. He's got experience. And now you're going to see with this player loads of crosses coming in.
Yeah, he's. I mean, the quality of his assist making is extraordinary. He's only one of 2 players who've assisted a goal in each of the last 3 AFCON editions. The only other player to do that is Sadio Mane of Senegal. Delivery in, worked away, and maybe looking to hit on transition here. Not moving it quite as they would like. Osimhen has it back. Osimhen bounces, but his attempt to finish is wide. Nigeria maintaining that presence, that high press. They're looking to win the ball back when they lose it.
Which is not a failed idea to have, because like we said earlier, they need to take back possession of the game.
Well, there's going to be a change for Tanzania before play happens, and the man who's making his way on is a very dangerous attacker. Simon Msuva makes way, based in Iraq at Talawa. He's going to make his way off the pitch as Calvin John, the Danish-based striker, makes his way on. Ajay back to Novali. And Calvin John is one that many felt would be starting this game for Tanzania if they really wanted to try to impose themselves from an offensive perspective on Nigeria. He's got a very positive attitude about offensive football, Calvin John. He's only 22, he's got that youthful enthusiasm and hunger, and maybe his opportunity here to use it in the closing half hour of this opening Group C tie for the respective teams. Hiroshi, out wide, Hussein. Wonderful control, delivery looks decent as well on the damp surface. It's fine defending from Suba. Hiroshi brings it under control, back out wide again, Hussein. And takes a little deflection out for the corner it goes. Tanzania, they're not lying down.
Not at all. It's just like we said at the beginning of the second half, what they needed to do, and they are doing it better than I had expected. They are pushing players' legs up front. They're trying to take possession. They're trying to determine their own fate, and that's quite refreshing to see. They have self-belief.
Now, I'm convinced that was quite the delivery that Hiroshi would have wanted. Fended away at the near post. So Dele Bashiru with a few questions. High floated ball toward the back post. Mabula got a touch on it, Nigeria. Happy to work the ball away, and Didi with a clearance. Kapombe brings it under control from under the feet of Osimhen, and now a little bit of space potentially. The offside flag is raised. But a good period of sustained pressure by Tanzania on Nigeria, possibly for the first time in the game.
Impressed. I think they did very good work at the halftime in the dressing room. It's very obvious that they have decided to take their fate in their own hands. And like I said earlier, they got belief. Why shouldn't they? They are here, they are, they have to. But I still repeat that this game is not over, in my opinion.
Well, certainly far from being over. Nigeria, they looked fairly dominant in qualifying. They were Group C winners ahead of Benin, Rwanda and Libya. For Tanzania, they were second in Group H. They were in the group with Democratic Republic of Congo. So they finished ahead of Guinea and Ethiopia to qualify for this tournament. The first time they've qualified for successive AFCON tournaments after playing in 2023. Before that, in 2019, and before that, in 1980, when they started their AFCON journey in Lagos against Nigeria. And it's come full circle to Fez.
When you are playing at the AFCON and you're leading by 2 goals to 1, one thing you need to do, or one thing we used to do to build victories, that you're not content with that. You still try to be aggressive and try to make the opponent know that I will score you more.
Moses Simon, well, he was in such rampant form leading up to the 2018 FIFA World Cup, and then injury struck the cruelest blow and denied him a place at that World Cup. But he keeps coming back. He's a resilient star, is Moses Simon. Keeps this ball in play. Inside, outside. Moses Simon for the assist potentially. Iwobi! Just over. Well, that was one of those movements that everybody in the stadium lived. Off their seats in anticipation of a finish, but agonizingly high.
It would have been almost like a carbon copy of the goal scored by Groupe.
It was that almost pleading look at Iwobi. Lay it into my path. And Iwobi's assist for the opener stunning. Here is the ball laid into Osimhen's path. It was an awkward angle to try to finish with his right. Ends up tapping it rather tamely towards Fobe, the Tanzanian goal. Got the shot away. It'll count as an effort on target, but not quite the finish that he would have been seeking.
Well, let's talk about Moses Simon. I think what he has brought to the Nigerian side is that now Nigeria's side has more width on the left side, and There are so many crosses coming in now, so it's, I think, might be good, might serve the Nigerians well.
Well, there are chants of us same men all around this venue. He's a crowd puller, he's a favourite, and he absolutely delivers on the grand stage more often than not. He's just come off his first season in the Super League, where he averaged effectively a goal a game to win a league and cup double with Galatasaray. So, I mean, lest we forget his heroics at Napoli. I'm not going to draw any comparisons with other players, but he did what maybe only Maradona had done previously, and that's to take Napoli to a league title against the odds. Delivery toward the back post, fended away by Nwabali.
Dangerous insertion ball there.
Better safe than sorry. It was hit a little wide, but taking no chances. Calvin Bassey, good Stoke defensively. There's a Simon to call a play. Lookman is standing just off to trying to keep this from being taken short. Sent him invitingly, but again nodded away. Kelvin John pulls it back. Miroshi switches the angle, gets away from Osimhen. Look at the space straight down the centre where Hussein has it controlled. Abdullah. 1-2 again. Mabula looking to get involved. Bit of passing ability and range now for Tanzania, who are finding some freedom and some space on the park. Better passengers building.
Well, it seems to me tactically what they decided to do, and that's how they got the goal in the first place, was always try to take the Super Eagles of Nigeria to one side of the pitch and then change the game to the other side of the pitch. And that's exactly what they just did now, and it's working. It's piling pressure on the Nigerian defense.
Never hits this one. Miguel Gamondi, where does he go from here? This feels a little more like a chess match than a sprint, which is sometimes how teams want to get their tournaments underway. 20 minutes to play. Nigeria 2, Tanzania 1 in Fez. But certainly Nigeria have been a little more on the back foot in the second half. Looking to get on the front foot again. Simon. Worked away. Magneto. Eric Shell is a man who wears his heart on his sleeve. Plenty of emotion, often visible from Eric Shell. Zaidu Sanusi. Calvin Bassey. Ajay opened the scoring in the opening half. Didi just in behind, right to say Samuel. Here's Lookman. Well, Osimhen broke right and then stopped as Lookman passed left. Simon was making a good break as well down the left flank for Nigeria. A little discontent from a few on the park after that ball rolled harmlessly over the goal line.
Got a feeling with Simon stopped because he was afraid of going into the offside again. So.
Down the near side, Tanzania. Miroshi, he's been key in midfield for Tanzania. They have risen in belief, looking to shape their tournament, and create a new AFCON history. Didi with the ball back. Yes, he will be. Between them. Almost 165 caps. Plenty of experience between those two. Sanusi getting involved. Again, it's Simon in combination with Iwobi. Gets past his marker. Kabombe left behind. Delivery in. Fended away by Abdallah. Got the slightest of touches on it. Recovered by Lukman. Nigeria seeking a way through on the overlap now. Cut back. A little bit of space. And to safety from Tanzania.
Well, when you're playing against the pack defense, you go for the wings. And that's why it could be interesting the introduction of it was interesting the introduction of Moses Simon.
Now wide in behind the defender. Cut back was certainly on, but not accomplished. Abdullah with a good clean bit of defensive work to deny the pass completion. Miroshi. Well, Miroshi's just been all over the park in the second half. It's been extraordinary in midfield for Tanzania. And after a period of sustained pressure inside the Nigerian final third, they find themselves now pegged back in their own half.
Well, I must say it's not only Rashid, I think it's the whole Tanzanian team that kind of like brings the game up now.
But have you noted any patterns from either side in the game?
What I've noticed the most is that tactically, Tanzania, they've diversified their game more. They have just one. We were speaking about the plan A, plan B now. I am seeing the plan A and B and maybe even a C now sometimes with them. So it's quite interesting what they're doing. They attracted the Nigerians to one side and shifting the game to the other side. And it's working very well for them.
Lovely pass from Iwobi. Abdullah again, the thorn in the side of Osime. And the free kick awarded to Tanzania. Calvin John not playing quite so direct as he sometimes does. He's an adaptable player who can play anywhere across the front line. Steady rain that continues to fall over the Complex Sportif de Fez. It's not a heavy rain, but it is persistent. Players need to prove their adaptability, their versatility. He will be exceptional again tonight. Lukman squeezes through past the defender, and the slightest deflection though allows Zuberi forward time to come and collect. Good awareness from the young goalkeeper. 15 minutes of action remains in this Group C tie. Zodu Sanusi. I think not since Tai Taiwo has somebody really stuck their hand up and said, I am the left back. And he's really grown in stature in his international appearances.
And Nigeria, they've had a lot of them.
Look back.
Oh, that's more after the great first touch by Moses Simon.
Alarakia, down he goes. Indeed, he questions why the free kick was given. The free kick awarded regardless as Alarakia goes down. There's going to be a few changes for Tanzania to come, it seems. For now, playing with some decent belief on the pitch. Simon, Iwobi. Back with Iwobi on the halfway line.
Well, tactically, Nigerians are doing now what they need to do. Also, that is this. They should decide the tempo, start slowly, and accelerate when you move forwards.
We'll see. Cut back. Look decent. Look promising. No finish. Mwamba. Driven back as Iwobi comes back and just shields that defence once again. Kabombe. Still option. Samata on his 33rd birthday. Looking to get Tanzania back in this. puts himself into a very handy position going forward, but Miroshi opts to pass the ball diagonally. Now wide, up here. Back to Miroshi. Calvert John and Samantha both wait, but Iwobi has it back. Ball in over the top. A bit of a scramble from Abdullah, works it back to his keeper.
Pretty interesting. This is what they changed. In the first half, when the Tanzanians have the ball, they have very few options up front. Now, each time the player from when the Tanzanian has the ball, it has almost 4 options to pass the ball to. Be it short, be it wide.
So, changes to come. Taran Al here is done. His race is run. And on in his place now, Dixon Joe turns 25 next week. Kapombe has also made way, and that man Hajim Nonga on in his stead, the 21-year-old from Salford City in England. He's born and raised in England, and he lives Portsmouth, came through the Portsmouth ranks, spent 16 years at the club, and now at Salford City in England. Sanusi. It's gotten a little quieter now,
Which is good for Nigeria, but bad for Tanzania.
bear in mind, Nigeria were finalists at the last Africa Cup of Nations. Handball called against Lukman as Miroshi just cut that ball back. And Nigeria were also finalists the last time the Africa Cup of Nations was played in Morocco back in 1988. Nonga getting knocked over. That'll be a free kick to Tanzania.
Those are the kind of fouls Nigeria will need to avoid, because set pieces, they could be the door opener for a team like this.
Inside the final 10 minutes, Miroshi says, I'll take it myself. Whips the ball in, asking, invitingly. And a man who's not used to scoring, Hussein Mohammed, looks to try to find a finish. He scored his first international goal earlier this year, actually, in the African Nations Championship in Tanzania, on home soil. Scored in a victory over Burkina Faso. Delivery in, Osimhen brings it down, doesn't bring it under control. Keepers come out dangerously. Bashiru looked to finish but couldn't. Blocked by Fobo, who's down on one knee and will maybe take a little medical treatment. Another opportunity and a chance is coming for both these sides.
Oh, I think Osimhen could have done better with the first touch there. I think that's what put him into kind of source, because physically he seemed to have dominated the defender. Yeah.
Tanzania looking to stand again. Their AFCON story has traced a very wide arc across the continent. Nigeria await the arrival of Paul Nwachu. His introduction seems imminent. far side. Not quite gone according to plan, Rashidu, down the far flank.
It's understandable what he tried to do. I think the idea was good, but the execution was wrong.
Le score est resté le même depuis là.
He did not cover the ball when he struck the ball.
Il a fait la promesse maintenant.
So, still a tight game. Nonga looking to chase. Square ball was on. Calvin Bassey getting calm and composed. Manages to bring that ball under control despite tracking back towards his own goal. Nonga wins it back from Simon. That's not something you see all too often. And Simon in trying to win it back and receives the foul. Tanzania take quickly.
Là, il ne peut pas partir sans téléphone.
Forward, Mabula. To space, Miroshi, just in front of that back four. Mabula again, lovely ball through. Chance to strike a first time, not taken, and then pulled off target. And the second time, we're asking by Kelvin John.
Personally, this is probably the best Tanzanian side I've seen play. This is all well constructed, what they're doing, and it's, you can see the idea and everything they're trying to do.
There's been a lot of successes for Tanzanian football in recent times. Certainly the impressive exploits of some of their top teams like Simba, Zam and young Africans on the continent. There's also been great excitement about the prospect of co-hosting the next African Cup of Nations, and indeed already co-hosting the recent African Nations Championship. This team qualifying for the African Cup of Nations for successive editions for the first time. There's much positivity surrounding Tanzanian football. Time for stars in the right direction.
From what you're saying, you can see that you cannot collaborate what we're saying about the way they're playing with the improvement of the club side.
Simon hit that ferociously, straight though into the body of Onyeto. Calvin Bassey stand out defensively. We free kick to Nigeria. With that, we're going to see the change. Making his way on, Iberi Paul Onwachu. Now based in Turkey, Trabzonspor. And he brings a great deal of attacking intent, doesn't he?
I think it's probably a good idea for Nigeria to bring him in, because he's tall, he can hold up the ball up front, and at the moment Nigerians are very wary of Osimhen getting injured, so taking him off now, especially towards the end of the game, is probably the idea, trying to avoid him from having injuries. I think.
Wrap mid cotton wool, they say.
That's a nice way to say.
Keep him safe and sound. Victor Osimhen marches back to the bench. Whipped in. It's a little too strong from Simon on the far side. Into the final 5 minutes of this Group C encounter. The tempo that we saw at the start of the half has not been sustained. I mean, that intensity, though, would be difficult to match for 45 minutes, never mind 90. But there's no signs of fatigue from either one of these sides, which is a good indication for their respective campaigns. But speaking of their campaigns, Nigeria will be looking in 4 days' time to take on Tunisia, a very, very challenging team that knows how to play tournament football. Samata looking to release out on the far side, square ball, passing again there to try to square that ball away from goal. Maybe collide with his goalkeeper. Calvin John was lurking behind them.
Lack of communication.
Le casier, sur la saison embrouillée.
Lack of communication. But this beautiful movement by the Tanzania.
Ça n'a pas dit que les deux là,
That's the danger that Mohamed Hussein possesses when he goes on that overlap down the left flank, because he's such a dangerous crosser of the ball. From the corner, Miroshi in toward the near post, bouncing around dangerously. The opportunity, however, not taken by Tanzania. Abdullah with a chance to finish. And instead, has only seen an agonising moment, not only in the miss, but indeed the cramp that seemingly struck him moments after.
this asymmetric way of attacking that the Tanzanians are doing is really, really impressive. They are dominating when they go up front with the fact that they attack Nigeria to one side and they switch it back to the other side. Which is quite impressive at this level to see a team consistently do that.
So 2 minutes plus added time. Normali to get the ball back into play from a goal kick. Launches it a long way upfield. Nong is underneath it. Sanusi now down the near side. Can't find a way through. It's Miroshi looking to get things going. Lukman, he was on target in the qualifiers, he was on target in this half. Nigeria looking for a third in the game. Delivery to come away by Abdullah.
Too much touches of the ball.
Didi finding Basi. Now side to Sanusi again. Seeking a way through. Not going to happen here. Into the 90th minute we go. Nigeria on the verge of an opening day victory in this campaign. Delivery in, scooped away. Samata with a little touch. Counter-attack is on. Wilfred Ndidi though cuts it out. Lukman. Sanusi. Moses Sama. Oh, blistering again.
He's been very good for Nigeria ever since.
Oh yes. It's his takeoff speed. I mean, he goes from 0 to 100 in one step.
And he's not the tallest guy on the pitch. That's the beautiful part of it all.
Far side. So back to Shemi Ajayi, whose goal seems an age away now. We hit the 90-minute mark, 3 minutes of additional time here in Fez. Nigeria lead by 1. Zaidu Sanusi, among those who's stuck his hand up to be counted in today's opening fixture in Group C. It's going to be a change here for Tanzania. They're looking to make an attacking change as Dennis Kibu will make his way on. Off goes the goal scorer for Tanzania, Mwamba.
Lots of positives from this game from Tanzania. I think they could really build on what they put up here today, playing against one of the favorites on paper and able to put up this performance they've done here today.
Nigeria. Slowing it down, a little patience at times. I suppose there is a difference between slowing things down deliberately and being patient about your game.
Now, what they're doing now is perfect. There is no need to rush now. You don't need to win every game by 2 goals. But hey, this is the time they have to slow it down. It's up to the Tanzanians now to come up there. There is no rush to go forward now. The ball just has to just circulate the ball around.
Norju pulls it back, Ndidi on the halfway line. Nigeria, on that day that I've mentioned a few times, back in 1980 in Lagos, Nigeria victorious by 3 goals to 1 over Tanzania.
And Nigeria ended up winning that tournament.
They did.
This time around it's 2-1. Maybe they're still, who knows, maybe the third goal is coming.
But the importance of that tournament for Tanzania was significant as well. Even though they failed to win a match, there were generations of footballers that heard stories about the team in 1980 that had qualified for the Africa Cup of Nations. It seemed like an unreachable achievement. And now they've qualified for 3 of the last 4 tournaments.
not forgetting that back in the days, you did not have so many participants from Africa. You have few nations to qualify.
Yes. I think their progress has been measured in more than just results. It's been measured in competitiveness, in staying alive in games longer, no longer being overawed by more illustrious opponents.
But from a tactical point of view, this is the best I have seen them play. The way they were able to manage this game and, you know, in sequences from the first half, it's been impressive.
Whistle in the mouth, and that will be it, says Dan Beda, Mauritania. The referee signals the end of this opening fixture in Group C of the Africa Cup of Nations Morocco 2025. And Nigeria have beaten Tanzania by 2-1. It's not a statement win, but it is 3 points guaranteed and the perfect platform to launch into their campaign before they meet Tunisia on match day 2 in 4 days' time. Tanzania and Uganda in Rabat in 4 days' time before they finish their group against Tunisia 3 days after that. Victor Osimhen might not have been on the scoreboard today, but he punctuated play with his movement. Lookman was superb. A few players stuck their hands up tremendously despite the wet conditions. Final score, Nigeria 2, Tanzania 1 in Fez.
He was the stage for Africa's greatest football spectacle. The continent's finest unite around the world witnesses the brightest stars rise. It's exciting, it's impressive, extraordinary. It's football at its best. The Africa Cup of Nations. Only on BN Sports.
Newcastle United have won a trophy. It's a huge moment in the game.
Alors les gars, on va se dire à tout à l'heure. On va se dire dans combien de minutes déjà? Voilà, dans une trentaine de minutes pour le prochain match. Ce sera le match de la Tunisie.
And it's Oldisa.